Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Let me start sharing my screen. Screen 2, share. Should be in good shape. Good morning. Everybody hears me okay? Somebody give me a yes. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Screen is good? Everybody seeing the screen? Okay, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. There's a lot of questions about all the stuff that I showed you yesterday. I know it's going to be confusing. It's going to take a little while to absorb it all. And as I said, there's more work to be done as far as us creating the tools to help you with everything here. So just bear with me. We'll get everything organized. I'm still waiting for Daniel to organize the whole thing as far as the EA and everything else. In the meantime, we have the indicator. The indicator is fine. The indicator is giving us all of the key points to analyze. And we can, I'm going to take it step by step from here. I'm actually just looking, because I'm looking at my futures and my CFDs are a little bit different. But the point being is that we are, I'm going to go through every setup step by step, and then people were asking me to help them with the EA on how to set up the EA. I'll show that as well. The real problem I have is that I'm sort of quasi manual with the EA because I'm using the trend break as a key filter to any of my strategies. And if you don't, and since the EA right now doesn't have a trend break filter in it, you kind of have to turn it on, turn it off manually as you go along. So I'm just sort of watching, right now as I'm just watching NAS move around. Very volatile, big sell-off because the bonds really collapsed today. Yields are 175, so there's a lot of downward pressure, but we seem to have stabilized in pre New York Open and try to do a little bit of a bounce right now. It looks like we're gonna come back down. We have not been able to make the breakout to the upside. You see there's been no breakout signal. It looks like we're going to make a breakdown to the downside as we'll see. They're really fighting it hard here on all fronts with the price action. So generally the rule of thumb is whenever they're trying to sell it really hard in Europe, they try to bring it back up in North America. But given the fact that bonds are sort of very negative, it's hard to say what they're going to be doing. So I'm just sort of like right now, I'm just watching it. I'll get into all the rules and regulations and everything else in just 1 second. I'm just curious to see if this bottom kind of holds or doesn't. There's too much volatility for us to really trade any kind of scalp-based trades just yet, but hopefully we're getting into that hour. We're going to get us settled down into a directional move that we can pursue with some degree of movement. I'm just watching the price action here. See how I can hold out. Seem to be like making a interesting stance here between the buyers and the sellers. This is obviously, we took out, typical squeeze high, test low. Now we're trying to see if we can establish any kind of a general trend. But even within, with all this price action, we haven't been able to break the highs one way or the other. So we just don't have any direction right now. It's just worthwhile to just watch the price action and see what's going on. Same thing on the Dow. Dow is all, as you can see, like all the other indices. The German may be different. Now, German also has not taken the upside, hasn't really taken the downside. Although I'm actually curious, why is it? Let me see if. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this again. Back up, setup. Huh. I'm trying to see. Oh, maybe is this? Oh, this is the low. I was like, why is the German not made the low? Because this is the low in the German. So it really hasn't made trend to the downside. So Nas just turned negative a little bit. We'll see what happens there. We need to see. We're starting to build a negative shelf, but we haven't broken it. We need an arrow to tell us that there is going to be a true downside trend here. That it breaks the lows of the first three candles. I think this is the second candle, the third candle. So we really need to break those lows before we can have any confidence that Nas is going to be doing anything. So I'm just gonna watch it for a few minutes. Then I'll get into all the rules and regulations. Let me just see the price action. US 10-year yield going up. Right. Yes, it's going up. That's correct. That's negative. That's why we're still probing the lows until the 10-year kind of stabilizes. We don't have we don't have a trade. Now, one of the better trades that I've been doing all morning long is the failure trade, right? The failure trade is basically where we can't break the highs and then we break down below the low. So the problem is they're trying to do the failure trade right now. You really need like a 40-point stop because the volatility is so huge. Like this would have worked to the downside, but the retrace move here was, what is that, 79, and the thing went all the way up to a high of 95, about 25 points. You need like 30 points worth of breathing space for the thing to kind of play itself out. So it's interesting. I'm getting like different signals on my futures versus my CFDs here a little bit. But let's see. So really the most important thing for us to look at here is, can we break trend? Until we break trend, really none of the signals that would appear would be of any value. The only thing that would be of any value is a reversal trade. So if we don't break trend and then we close above the 26 EMA, then then we have a chance. Looks like we're starting to break trend. Let's give this a play here, and we can try. I'm going to try and do like a longer term trade here. Yeah, I'm going to just sell this right now. So oops, why is not selling? What happened here? Oh, what's going on here? I don't know why this is giving me Eric requote. Oh, they give me requotes. Okay, did that sell? No. Wow, what's going on here? I don't know why I'm getting requotes. Okay, this is, oh, algo trading is off. Okay, sorry. Okay, no, I don't know what's going on. Jesus. Huh. I literally don't know what's going on here, guys. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on my thing. I'm trying to do this on my futures here because I can't do this on my CFDs. Something is going on over here. I'm just taking, this is now, basically I'm taking a positional trade. I'm trying to take a positional trade. What is going, okay, let me just close this down. Sorry guys, let me close it down. I don't know what's going on. Oh, damn. I sold this on my futures and it's like it just nearly hit my hit my futures target while I wasn't even looking. Damn it. Ugh, I'm sorry, guys. Something is I don't know what's going on with my platform. I don't know why I can't sell. I don't know what's going on over here. So we can watch my futures here. All I can tell you is, I'm short on my futures. I was trying to get this over here for a 20-point pop on the downside. This is also screwed up now. So annoying. So annoying. So I'm trying to sell this basically on our positional trade. I don't like to do these things with you guys, but I like doing them myself because I really like the positional trades. I'm trying to just frick this. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my profits on this, and let's try to fix. This is not a trade. I'm just testing to see what's wrong. Why can't anything? Why am I getting requotes all the time? Let me see if I can buy this. Requote. Nothing is happening. I don't know why I'm getting requotes all the time on this thing. Oh, fuck. Wow. I'm going to try an MT4. Wow. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on with these with this thing. Just bear with me a second here. Let's try MT4. Okay, MT4 working. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with MT5. Why is this not working? I think there's something wrong with MT5. I think their MT5 is down. It's very, very annoying because the indicator is only MT5 and the execution has to be an MT4. We're just gonna have to. I think we're just gonna have to pretend today. So I'm sorry, guys. This is not anything I can do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell you what trades are gonna set up there. We're not gonna trade today because I can't do anything here. Like, so it's clearly something is wrong here. They're having some kind of an issue here on the 5. It's really frigging annoying. Let me see if I can do new order, buy. Do you accept these quotes? Accept. See, there's something. I'm getting it's clearly something wrong on their thing. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. This is what happens with live trading. So, like everything else in life, it just gets fucked up royally. Sorry, I'm just I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here, guys. It's really, really okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's not trade. Let's get the rules organized. Yeah, it's Connie. I don't know. That's really weird. It's not an issue I have when I'm trading feuds, obviously. Okay. Let's go through all the rules, nice and clear and sound. And let's just get ourselves organized because today is just going to clearly have to be a teaching day, not a trading day. And then we'll see if tomorrow this thing is working. I'll try to figure it out. I'm hoping, actually, honestly, I'm hoping tomorrow Daniel has a 4 for me, and we can actually use the 4 on all of this. But anyways, be that as it may, here's the positional trade. Moving averages, turn, trend, signal gets given, right? We have a trend signal. We get short on the close. We, by the way, have, so we're gonna watch this also. As a possible retrace trade. Now we also have, this is, so the first trade was to get short here, stop over here, halfway down. So stop was around 1310. We got short around 56, 60. Let's say it's a 50, and you're moving down to like a 20-point target. So it hit around 36 was the target, right? Sort of like that. Another way to trade this without massive amount of risk that I'm sort of thinking about, I think if you just use a 40 stop, 20 target, which is pretty much the sweet spot of stops. Like, I think that the big problem with these positional trades is that there's such a, even though, you know, ideally you want to use 50% of dynamic stop, you don't necessarily need to do that. I think a 40-20 will take care of like 90% of all scenarios. We're going to get short here at this price of 51, and you see how this works beautifully, right? That's the second target. That's the second trade. Hang on a second. Let me just make my algo just took the trade, so I just wanted to close that down. So that's the second way we trade. It's the second high probability trade. First high probability trade is break of trend, 40-20, big trade. So if you don't want to do the big trade, don't do the big trade. Second trade, retrace trade. We pierce the moving average and then fall with at least a 50% candle strength, and that should be 20-10 maximum. I even scalp it at 5, you know, at 10-5 sometimes. You can actually definitely do it 10-5 sometimes, right? That's the second setup, right? You can see this. You can just kind of, you can see that I just did this on my own over here. You see I got short here. I covered it up over here on the move. So that's a second setup that's that I think is really good. I think the retrace trade, frankly, during U.S. market hours, is good for 2010. It's probably what, you know, like the 10-5 really keeps your risk low, but you know, it also gives you very small reward. So I think it's probably the good mix is, generally I'm kind of thinking that you have to be willing to lose a little bit more in all of these ideas. I mean, it's very nice to have very tight risk, because I'm definitely having, you know, having like a very low drawdown structure, but you're also having a very low run-up structure, and it's kind of, you have to have a reasonable blend of, you know, what works, what doesn't work, in terms of risk reward. I think probably 10-20s would be okay, especially during session hours when the volatility is good. Okay, now we have a third possible setup. If this trade, again, a second, let me just do this on the sell mode. I'm just setting it up on my algo here, on my thing. So guys, I'm sorry. Let me just take this call. Just 1 second. Sorry, I'll be right there. So this needs to be a 50% strength candle. So far, it's not. You know, let me go over here. Candle strength here was only 27%. So not a trade, unfortunately. So that, you know, this trade doesn't take place. We just, you know, we give it up. The algo is designed to go for a second round. So the applet is just simply going to, you know, blank out, and then you can actually, you know what? Let's try. Let's see if the applet now is working. I'm going to go into the sell mode. If we get another green-red combo, the algo would mimic this. I'm just curious to see if this MT5 is going to work through the algo. So that's the third quality trade. And it's actually kind of interesting. I think they all came in 1, 2, 3 in sequence today, and almost in the order of probability. I think this to me, the retrace trade is the highest probability trade. The trend trade, I think with a 2010 is also a very, very high probability trade. I really like this. I think there's almost equality. And then this one is a little bit of a lower probability trade. And then there is this final, which is not even it's not even a trade. It's just sort of like a thing that I like to do. If we have a failed break where there's no break, then I'll go and it goes the other way. So you get long here. It means it closes through the 26 SMA. Then you can flip it around. In high volatility, you have to trade this with a 2010. I don't even know how you could do it with anything less. So if you came in here, it would be like what? What's the close on this? 90. How much did it go against us? 73. Yeah, it dropped very, very deep against us, but it did go up here for a plus 10. Oh, okay. Why didn't this go down? Oh, maybe the volatility on this thing was no. It's just rejecting me. So this is a sell here, right? The thing is, I can't do anything here because the market is doing it. The only hesitancy I have for a sell here is that the volatility on this candle is probably too big for us. What was the high low? No, it's 70.50. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so this one just simply doesn't work. So this one simply just did not. It's going to stop us out because this was the third. It's just too much of a reversal. Just too strong a reversal. So this trade just simply wouldn't have worked if we took it. What was this? This was, if we got short here, there's a 54. Well, did it go down up to 74? 73. Maybe it would have survived it. I'm not sure. I can't really imagine this would have been. But if you traded this with, let's say, 74 stop, this barely, maybe it missed the stop, and we're looking for a 44 move here. So we really need it to come way down. And you can see that the early market volatility is so wide that you have to have at least a 20 points stop just to survive the retrace possibilities. But structurally, that's not it's a good trade. It's the first trade in a downward trend. It's just that we've had so much downward price action all night long that the sell signals, by the very historical nature of where we're at, are going to be the wrong ones. And frankly, right now, I actually would play this just for fun. I would play this to the upside right now, just to see if we're kind of sold out. I would play this for 2010 to the upside, just on a purely speculative nature. I mean, I have it on my Futes right now as a buy. It's I'm just specking. It's not like it's not like it's a setup. But basically, given the fact that we couldn't hold the lows, we sold out, we took out the 26. Maybe we have a reasonable chance. This is not a setup. This is just a kind of a little spec thing that I like to do sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it really bites you in the ass, which it might right now for me. We'll have to see. Remember, the trend is still very much to the downside. So you're trying to trade the reverse trade, and the reverse trade here is nowhere near as good because you actually did have a trend confirmation. It's not a trend failure. So it's really me playing around. So I can't really say this is a great trade, but I'm giving it a shot just for fun. It works. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. We'll see. Typically, I'm usually a little bit too early on these things. It's usually the second it's basically, if you have a trend signal, you want the second wave through the SMA, the second move through the SMA, because that's going to be the stronger signal for a down, for a reversal move. If you do have a reversal move, it's going to be the second candle through this that's going to show the buyers are really going to be buying stuff up. And it looks like I'm going to get tagged out on my Futes here. I'm getting close. Getting close. We'll see. it was a premature trade just because I was just trying to demo the idea. But the if you're going to trade this idea, the entry, if there is an entry, would have to be another candle that closes through the thing, that closes through this move. Basically, what you want to do now is we've sold all the news that there is to sell. The big question is there going to be a short covering move in the market now? Are the buyers going to try and take the prices up? Since the sellers seem to be done. Seem was the operative word. The only way you're going to have any confidence that they seem to be done is if the buyers can recapture the 26 SMA. So far, they haven't done it, right? And so far, it's just all hot air speculation. So I'm watching my my futures feed as well as this one, just for fun here. Okay, so they did turn. So the entry would have been this candle. The entry should be this candle, right? This is the strong candle. I'm kind of getting a little bit lucky on my trade here. I'm going to take it here at plus 11 here. I got very, very lucky, but it was a dumb trade. It was a dumb-ass trade. The trade should have been this trade. So let's just watch this. Let's see if I'm right. So we got 35 seconds. This thing has to complete. If this indeed stays through the thing, that's probably the better signal for the upside move. It's the second, break of this thing. I got super, super lucky on this thing. I came in within 1 point of getting stopped out. So I took what I could get, and we'll go from there. But let's just see how this plays out in trading land. I wonder if this is working again. I think it's working. Nope. Go cancel. Let me see if this is working. Nope, still not working. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, yeah. So the buy here was 78. You're looking for 88. We're looking for basically 88, right? I'm doing shadow boxing trading today. No actual trading because I can't get anything exercise. But we're going to go to 88. Should be 87. Hopefully we get to 88 very soon. 88, 89. Okay, so if you guys took that trade, that that worked. So Ricky, I just went through all the 3 examples of the trades. Let me do this again for everybody, so you guys can really, really understand. Trade number 1, moving average, crossover, break. What do you need for that? Let's get big. Let me get super big. It seems like people are really still having a hard time. This is the indicator. It's super clean to see. The big black arrow following the line, that's telling you trend is real. Okay, trend is real. Okay, if you have this situation and you want to trade this setup is the biggest risk, biggest reward setup, right? So you want to trade the setup, then assume the risk. You get short right on the market. Just this thing forms, just get short. Expect to have lots of retrace against you. You have a 40-point stop, 20-point target. So I'm short here at 58. I'm looking for a 38 close. It comes into like a 34 close, right? 40, 20, boom. Trade number 1. Okay, I'm going to stop now. And if you do not understand this, you need to post in chat Ask Boris. Because if you don't post, that means you understand it. Okay. Okay. So this is the new indicator, Karen. I don't know if you were here yesterday, but I put up the indicator yesterday. This is like the combo. This is the all-in-one Swiss Army knife indicator that gives us all the various signals. One of the signals it gives us is the trend break. The trend break is always the black arrow, after the the bars are broken, right? So we have the little line showing you this is the top 3 candles. Boom, this breaks it, right? Here, there's no trend break, right? No arrow. You with me, Karen? Right? So if I have this signal and I want to just trade moving average breakout, I want to trade moving average breakout, the simplest, easiest strategy in the world, but super, super accurate when you have the trend break at your back, when you have the support of this thing. So signal, short, go. Just don't even think about it. It's just go, 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 right? We're just going to trade this, right? Okay. Second setup. This is really in order of probability, chronology, and everything else. Jonathan, what do you got for me? I'm gonna wait for everybody today. I'm gonna wait for everybody's comments because I really want to make sure everybody absorbs this in their bone. Nope, not for this, Jonathan. This is the only one where you just go market, just fucking blind, assume the risk, assume the reward. Okay, that's the trade. Okay, it's the only one we don't get cute. The only one we don't get cute, right? Next step. By the way, I'm just, I'm watching this. This is, as we're watching this, I'm not going to do anything, just kind of telling you, depending on, where this thing stands, this is a decent short setup, right? Why is it a decent short setup? Because this is a failed trade. It's a failed trade. So if this was like if, let me just put where the prices, let's see what the prices are. We got 20 seconds. So we got, we'll give it a little bit, but, I'm hesitating only because we've had so much selling to trying to trade, trying to sell the short side could be the wrong side. But let's say you're short 57, you'd be trading this for a 47, 77 stop, 47 target. I mean, does it work? Let's see. Does it work? Maybe not. We'll see. That's why I'm there's a little bit hesitant about doing it. But if you're going to trade this, you're going to try and see if you can hit 47 on this, because it's just a failure trade, and you're trying to trade continuation of that failure. So we're at 49, getting close. Maybe we get 47. We'll see. It came, and that's the thing. Given the huge amount of selling already happening here, the probability obviously changes less. But we're still, if we're going to hang here, it's 45.51. Let's just curious to see if the 47 is going to hit here on the bid. Let's see, 51. Looks like it, yeah, and it does hit. Okay, and so that's the failed setup, which is not really an official setup. No, Ricky, the line is only 3 candles. That's the default setup. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, guys, let's look at the combo alerts. Look at the thing. Look at the properties. You see in the properties, it's trend break has a three candle setup. That's the default. It's in the default, right? You with me? It's in the default. Okay. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but three is a great value. That's what you want to use as default. So that's trade number 1. Right? Everybody clear on this? Let's just make sure. Is everybody clear on the moving average crossover trade? Literally the world's oldest, simplest, stupidest trade that is super interesting, especially on the 1-minute chart for us on the NASDAQ. Okay, for bigger rewards, bigger risks. Okay, the next trade is the retrace trade. The retrace trade, by default, is a golden candle. You can make it any kind of, any kind you want. So the retrace trade basically will flag. This will show you, oh, price has pierced the short SMA, right? That's not the trade. The trade is once you get the candle, you want to be in a buy-sell setup. So then you go into buy-sell mode, and if the next candle is red, yeah, you go short. If the next candle is green, 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 you wait until you get a red candle. And if the thing, does a moving average crossover by the end of it, then the trade disappears. So the retrace trade waits for a sign of weakness before you start shorting the retrace, right? And we're going to go the other way. We're going to go the other way over here, guys, because we have failed to the buy side. If this thing recaptures the moving average here, if it recaptures the moving average here, we're going to go the other way, okay? So that's trade number 2. Retrace trade is a super, super high probability trade. We only, obviously, the key thing is the only way you want to do retrace trade is if you have a trend signal first. If you don't have a trend signal and there's a retrace trade, that's not a high quality trade. Okay. Everybody clear on this? Sorry, Boris, you're absolutely right. Whenever we do buy sell, you're absolutely right. The default buy sell setting, is 50%. We need the candle to be at least 50% strong. Okay, so you're absolutely right. The buy sell default setting is always 50%. I forgot about that. It's kind of implied in all the buy sell settings. The applet I think has a default at 65. So what I do is I like to just the applet has a default at 65, right? And I just change it to 50. And then if you say restore default to false, it will always remember that. It will just remember that as a structure. Okay. Okay. So great. Okay, I'm very, very glad. I want you guys to ask me all the questions because, it's clear to me. It's not clear to you guys because you haven't written the code. So oh, we gotta buy. We're gonna buy. Shit. All right, sorry. That was a great buy. I don't know if you guys caught it. I'm sorry, I'm talking, but that was a super, super strong buy. It was a super easy buy. Failed. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Ready to roll. Now we may be setting up for a true break to the upside, right? You guys rested too fast. Yeah, it was too fast because I was bullshitting with other stuff, and that's just the nature. That's the nature of the biz. You're not gonna get every setup. The whole point is there are like these four core exercises, right? You're not gonna do those exercises every single day or every single moment, but if you do them every day, you're gonna be very, very healthy in your equity account. As that, I've turned into Jack LaLanne all of a sudden, but it's kind of like the best way to think about this. It's like, you know how you have like these core exercises. If you do sit-ups, push-ups, bench press and everything else, you pretty much are 95% healthy in your body. Well, this is the same kind of a thing. If you do these 4 setups, you're pretty much 95% healthy in your trading account on a scalping basis. Okay, so that was a monster. That was just I literally, like, it's just, this is why I love the Nasdaq. But you see, I mean, my whole point is that the beauty of it is I know, Jonathan, is that you noticed, how it's setting up, right? And not only that, but of course, ultimately we're going to be able to program all of this, one way or the other, and kind of trade it fully. But the fact that this setting up, you don't necessarily have to do every one of them. There's going to be probably 5 or 10 of them a day. Even if you catch 2 or 3 of them, you're going to be in good shape. Okay, so we're looking to maybe do a breakout on the upside, right? Like a possible trend break to the upside as a trade. Sorry, I just want to reset my. Okay, reset my stuff. See if this thing holds to, if it's actually going to put a trap thing. You know what's interesting, by the way? Yeah, on futures, this was not a retrace trade. It was so close that the pricing on futures actually did not pierce the moving average. Kind of interesting. So sometimes you don't. This is the thing. It's always a thing with whenever you use indicators. If you have different prices, you don't necessarily always get consistency. But this close enough. Although it actually sent a retrace trade over here. That was the signal for the retrace trade here, I think. Anyways, all right. This is a completely different indicator. This is an indicator. It's not an algo. We're trying to build the algo off this indicator. Okay, which when I have it, I will be able to run it. Right now, we just have to do all of this manually. No, Karen, not yet, not yet, not yet. The short answer to everything is not yet. And yeah, and the Boris, reversal pure and reversal and all of those things, they're going to go effectively by the wayside, okay? Because they're just think of it as like draft one, draft two. They're all similar but not the same. They're not going to work the same. I have them working right now in a very, very hodgepodge fashion as I'm waiting for Daniel to figure out where he's at. It's so fucking frustrating. You have no idea. I spent this whole week desperately. I mean, I know it's so clear in my mind what makes money. It's so obvious what makes money, and it's so frustrating for me to have to wait for the code to come in, because obviously I guess it's a little bit harder than I thought to write all the code. And the problem is when I thought I have the code, you're screwing it up. This one account I'm doing really well on, the other account I'm kind of screwing up because you're always going to be weak if you don't have the code. Yeah. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So that's setup number 2. Setup number 3 is the reversal. Setup. Again, all of this, the reference setup, the reversal setup, have to be preconditioned on a trend break. You don't have a trend break, you don't have a setup. Okay, so is everybody clear? So this is a precondition for these two. Is it also a pure condition for just a moving average crossover trade? So that's the 3 core setups, and then we have the little reversal setup that we're screwing around with, which is the failure. The failure of the move, right? Once we have the failure to, like right now, we have a failure to take out the highs. We can't even get, like right now, the market really having a hard time. Can't even get up on the highs on this, right? And that's what's going on. But anyways, we'll see what happens. So is everybody clear on how the setups are working? Is there any more questions? We have 1, 2, 3, and kind of a fourth one as a bonus. Those are our that's basically the trading structure that we like to trade. Oh yeah, and Karen, by the way, these things can be made bigger or smaller. I made them smaller, but like you can go in here, like here. Let me just sort of show you. Go to properties, reversal trader. Where's my? These are blue. These are set up at 2. I can make them 9, just for argument's sake. Close, and you see how much bigger they are. Like boom. Actually, it's not a bad idea to make them big. I don't know why I decided to make them small. Now watch this, by the way. So we have a positive trend, and you could make, maybe this is a dip into the moving averages, and we should, if this turns gold, it should be a trade, right? It's not. It's not a trade because I wonder why the hell it's not. Wonder what's going on over here. Sorry. Basic setup. Wonder why it's not showing me. This should be showing me the buy arrow. I don't know why the buy arrow isn't showing, isn't coming up here. I think there's some kind of a funky little bug here. Oh, I know why. I know why. Oh, yeah, yeah. And of course, the indicator is actually super smart. I forgot that it actually, this has in the properties, when you're doing the dip, it says require level break. So if there's no level break, there's no buy arrow. Cancel. That's right. This is I forgot that we actually were smart enough to put that in there. So it's not gonna put. So my whole point was, even if you saw it, you shouldn't do it because it's not a legitimate trade, right? And now we're failing back to the downside. Now we're failing back the other way, as the market just basically can't. What's interesting is what's really fascinating is you see range bound markets with this indicator so clearly, right? So if you went short, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm talking, but if I went short here at the 73, it was already made like the full 10 points to the downside, right? There's definitely working to the downside. I'm chasing it a little bit on my futures right now, just trying to see if I could maybe score 5 on it, because I'm a little bit late. But let's see if there's a little bit more continuation here. But there's a clear failure trade here. I was just late on the entry. Let's see if I can survive this thing. Looks like I might be able to get it. We'll see. Hard to say. Getting close. Yep, done. Okay, so that got, I was late, so I halved my target, but it was good enough. It was good enough, to get me. But then, you get the idea. The beauty, the really really cool thing about this little scalp structure is that this is the, like, when we don't have trend and we don't have continuity and we have no signals, this is the kind of putz around, buy sell mode that we could have fun with, like just for quick scalps up and down. Like this last fourth bonus idea is the right scalp idea. It's kind of like, on off. It's either going to work or not work. Just let it run. All right. Level break. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Jonathan. What were you saying to me about level break? What's the question on that? Sorry, I missed. I was putzing around here. Yes, the black line. The level break is a black line. It's exactly it. Like we don't have any intelligent naming for all this stuff. It's all obviously very beta. I mean, all you guys are getting essentially very very unvarnished stuff that's not polished, for the retail trader, because you guys are advanced and I'm trusting you with understanding all this stuff. Absolutely. But yeah, that's what it is. It's the level break. The level here, right? That's it. Hopefully that's understandable. We didn't name it any cutesy name, or stuff like that, but that's what we're looking for. So there was no level break to the upside, therefore there was no retrace trade, right? You with me? There was a level break to the downside. That's why there was a retrace signal and a reverse signal and all that stuff. So this, by the way, the cool thing is this has the intelligence, so it's not going to show any signals if there is no level break, right? It's already tied into that logic. You see what I'm saying to you? Is that clear, Jonathan? Okay. So we are in chop territory, very, very right now. I mean, in a way, the beautiful thing that I really love about this indicator is not only is it making it clear to you that you're in chop territory, but it's keeping you from doing anything stupid. We don't have any continuity setups right now. We're not going to try and guess if this thing is going to be an up or down trend breakout. We're going to just wait to see once price decides to, once the market basically reaches a consensus on how it wants to trade, and then we'll take the view of the market and try to make the highest probability trade from that view. Right now, we broke back down to the downside. The cool thing I really like about this, by the way, is, let me just take this back, is you can, these level breaks, which are just designed as an indicator, are also visually very, very interesting support resistance points, right? Like, I mean, they're not exact support resistance points, but they kind of give you an idea. Okay, we're sort of trying to, we're trying to build building support here above the 12,900, right? We haven't been able to, although now we're breaking down like a mofo to the downside. And now we're really trying, now we're really trying to see if we can establish a fresh trend. That's very likely, if there is a fresh trend, it's going to break the fresh lows. We're going to test the 12,900, right? That's going to be the message that we're starting to see from the price, right? Now, if we don't get that result, then we don't have that message. Like, to me, it's very, very cool, because it visually tells you how the market is trying, who's winning, who's losing, how the market is positioning itself. We know the fundamental background, right? It's always good to know the fundamental background, because then you understand what's really driving stuff. But knowing the fundamental background is just the beginning, not the end. Then you need to see that the structural details are supporting it, so that you can make the highest probability entries, right? That's kind of how we need to look at all of the trading that we're doing. And it's true whether we're doing indices or FX or anything else. There's always two stories. There's the fundamental story, there's the structural background, right? So what's interesting now is we did not make the low, right? We did not make the low, right? And we're basically having yet another, let me go big here, have another failed high, right? Now it's interesting. Can we recapture the moving average again? Is that going to give us, we'll see. It feels like the buyers have been buying every dip, right? The sellers have been battering it down, haven't been able to make much progress. When that happens, we know that the higher probability is that we start going the other way. And we want to start positioning ourselves and thinking about ourselves as to how can we go the other way on the better trade. So we've got 4.32 seconds. We're going to go long at 78 here, looking for 88. See if we can get 88, 85, 86. Let's see if we can get 88, 86. We'll give it a shot. 84, 80, 85. Let's see if we can push a little higher. 85, 86, 87. Close enough. Close enough. 86, 87, 88. There we go. And there's a 10 points, because that's it. They failed. The buyers took it the other way. How many times have we seen this behavior occur? A lot, right? That's the beauty of it. We know that this is the behavior. We can capitalize on it. That's all that we're doing. Anybody catch that move while I was narrating it? Since I did not have the Good job, Raphael. Good job. But yeah, it's fine, but my whole idea is to get you to visually see it, practice it, so that you yourself can play it, can basically take advantage of it, that's it. Now, we still don't know. It's still super unclear. But when you're looking at the signature price action here, it looks like it's possible now that maybe the buyers, we've had, an hour and a half of market action. The sellers have puked everything they could puke. They took the overnight lights. Are the buyers going to finally create a true upside trend? Are they going to? We're just butting on the upside, right? We're just butting on the upside. We're going to see if they can make if they can make the positive crossover. Now we need to hold 3 candle highs. Can they do that for us? If they do that, then then we're in good shape. Then we can have confidence that, okay, maybe this is a sustainable upside rally, and we can trade the upside rally, into the noon hour. So now, like, it's really cool. I mean, I love the indicator. I love the levels because it really narrates. I mean, it makes it a lot easier to narrate the market action, and therefore, once you narrate the market action, you can then begin to understand the points of entry, the points of exit, the points of trade. Is that you guys feeling that? I mean, I hope you guys are feeling that, because I'm actually kind of really liking that, the whole process. Very good. Very good. All right. Okay, my friends. Then I'm really glad it's very useful. Everybody's having a great time. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see if my 5 is working tomorrow. And we got, what do we got? Friday, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. So we got a great Friday. We got a Friday trade tomorrow. We don't have anything else to worry about. So 10 o'clock Friday, we come back. Hopefully Daniel will have something for me. I'll let you know. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed it. We actually had a very, very good day today, even though I shadow box traded, but at least I called the trades as they happened, which was good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you guys later.